Good morning, Botai. Yesterday we started speaking about the Isur de Rabbanan, the rabbinic injunction of hanging up wet laundry or other wet garments on Shabbat because people would come to suspect the person of laundering them on Shabbat. It's Marita Ayin, and therefore the Chachamim said that it's Asur. We said that Halacha Ma'aseh is that it's Asur even in the privacy of one's own home. The question becomes, what happens if it's not wet clothing? What about just hanging up dry clothing? For whatever reason, you want to spread it out or whatever it is, what's the halacha with that? Rabbi Yosef Chaim, the Ben Ish Chai writes that the halacha is that this extends to dry clothing as well. Even if an article of clothing is completely dry, it's still asur to hang it up for one of two reasons. Either because people don't know whether it's wet or dry, and they're going to suspect you of hanging up wet clothing, and then they're going to think that you laundered it on Shabbat. Or even if it's dry, even if they can see it's dry, they might think that it was soiled locally in a very, it had a stain or whatever it is, and you just laundered that stain, which is also asur on Shabbat, and then you hung it up, and therefore the Ben Ish Chai says that it's completely asur. Now, Maran Zechron Bracha in Halichot Olam Chelek Gimal vehemently disagrees with this Ben Ish Chai. He brings many achronim, including the Magen Avraham, who says that it's only asur to hang up wet garments on Shabbat, but dry garments are completely mutar. He brings the ayah from the Gemara. The Gemara that we spoke about yesterday says that a person is not allowed to hang up clothing even because of sweat on Shabbat. Why does the Gemara say even because of sweat? What's special about sweat? The fact that it has to be a little bit damp, it has to be a little bit wet. But if it's completely dry, there's no isur whatsoever, and therefore, l'halacha ma'aseh, da'at maran tzachon bracha v'chen halacha, is that it is permissible to hang up completely dry clothing on Shabbat. Yom Tov.